Hello, and today we'll be talking about VR. My name is Mayfield, and let's get started. So, you hear about in the news and on YouTube if you watch YouTube, or on TV like the Samsung VR. VR, virtual reality, has been a big buzz for a while. But how does it work, and what can we do with it? VR is new technology that many companies are experimenting with. There's Google Cardboard, for example. Google, of course, simple, works, just need a phone to go with it. Costs as little as $5-7, and you can go from this to this. Unfold, repack, got another headset. Then you've got more permanent solutions to this, like the Oculus Rift or HTC Vive, which are fixed screen displays. So how does VR work? Head tracking is that when you wear the headset, a picture in front of you will shift the environment as you look up, down, left, right, side to side, or angle your head, or go up and down. This system is called 6DoF, or 60 degrees of freedom. It plots your head on terms of a local XYZ axis. So then it knows when you move your head, I need to shift the image so far down. So when you move back and forth, it plots it to side to side. Same thing. So next, one of the main problems right now with VR developers have is the headset that developers are making, head-mounted devices, or HMDs, that they run into is how to take down the delay between the VR environment moving and the delay between your head moving and the VR environment moving, which is a big problem because you don't want it to be too off, or else you don't get that full, real feel effect for it. So, now, we have really nice brains, of course. We're made this way. They can pick up on the slightest details, like a bug moving on the wall, or a spider crawling on our skins that we never noticed before. And it also will pick up on the delay between the environment moving. The delay between the environment moving and you shifting your head has to be 50 milliseconds or less. That's huge. That's very little time for our wonderful minds not to detect that. One of the best VR headsets out there is the Oculus Rift, with the astonishing only a 30 millisecond delay between you shifting your head and the VR environment moving, which is huge. So next, some good about VR. There's been studies show that you can train people better than you can train them in the real world. They've done this with football, experiencing plays that they do in VR and without the risk of injury. Training, experiencing things that you never would be able to do. I can go to, let's say, I can fight zombies, for example, in VR. Sit on the tower and shoot arrows at enemies. Stuff like that. Or I could go to a place in the world in a blink of an eye. Ride a helicopter, for example. Go to Brazil, Paris. Be on top of the Eiffel Tower. Now, this is really cool in my opinion, but some drones now are coming VR ready. So you can have a VR headset and you can fly a drone. So you see what that drone is seeing and you can control it. There's a few more possibilities than this. I only gave a few. Now, some of the bad of VR. Motion sickness or simulation sickness. This may cause nausea, which is pretty bad. People will throw up after they take off the headset because their mind's so used to that virtual environment, but they feel the air blowing on from the outside, that their brain is experiencing one thing in the VR environment, but they're experiencing something different in the real world. Well, the next one's going to be maybe later on in the future when VR becomes more realistic. It's very realistic now. People may become unaware of the real world, so they don't know if they're in the virtual world or the real world. We don't know if this may be a problem, but it is a problem that a lot of people speculate that may happen later on in the future.